Welcome to the Linux for Cloud Engineering. Okay, let's start. Hi everyone, I'm using AWS Free Tier for this course. So AWS has 12-month free option. So you get 750 hours of EC2 instance and all other services also has free tier options. So you can also sign up. See you in next video. Thank you so much. Hi everyone, you can use Virtualbox or VMware to install Linux or any other operating systems. So to create a new Ubuntu machine, click New from the machine menu. Then you give a name. I'm giving it new VM. Now in the ISO image option, you give the downloaded image file. You can download Ubuntu server from Ubuntu website. I'm choosing Linux and Linux version. Next, you can choose the memory and processor you want to give from your PC. And here you can choose the disk size you want to give. So I'm finishing this setup. If the machine is powered off right now, you can right click and choose to start it, or you can start from here. So from the setting menu in network tab, you can select it to bridge network, bridge adapter, so you can use the internet from your home PC or your personal PC. So the Linux system will have internet now. So thank you so much. Hello everyone, this is AWS EC2 dashboard. We'll create a new instance for this course. So from this instance menu, you can see all the currently running instances. You can see the all services in bookmark bar. To bookmark any services, just search here the service name, and from this star sign, you can bookmark it. So check the star to bookmark it to the quick access bar. Okay, to create a new instance, I'll go to the instance menu, and here in launch instances, you can create a new instance. First, you have to give a name here. I'm giving new -server, and from this option you have to choose the Ubuntu or any other option. I'm choosing Linux, Ubuntu 24 LTS, which is free tier eligible. Next, you have to choose the instance type. Here I'm selecting T2 micro, which is free tier eligible. All other instances are not free tier eligible, so you have to choose T2 micro if you want free tier. Here you have to create a new key pair name. So to create a new key, just give a name here. I'm giving test key and create a key pair. So it will be downloaded. You just save it to a direction in your Windows PC. We will use it to log in from our PC to this system. Here a new security group will be created. So this is marked, you can see SSH traffic from anywhere. Here the disk size is 8 GB. Remember 30 GB is allowed in free tier. So everything is right. So I'm launching the instance. So you can see the instances already. We'll refresh it. It's my previous instance actually. So new server hyphen. This is a new instance. So we will copy the IP address. Here you can see the public IP. We'll use the SSH key and this public IP to log into this instance. Hello everyone, here I'm using Workstream software to log in the instance. You can use Windows command line or WinSCP PuTTY or any other software. We'll use the key file here to log in the system. Okay, you can download Workstream from Workstream website. You can download portable edition or installer edition. I'm using the portable one. Okay, so to log in, you have to click session and click SSH here. So click this SSH button and we have to give the IP address of the instance. So let's go to AWS website. So here is our public IP. I'm copying it. Okay, we give the IP address and here we have to give the username. The default user is Ubuntu. Here on advanced setting, you check it, use private key, and we give the private key location. This is the key we already downloaded from AWS. So I'm pressing OK. Accept. Okay, we logged in to our instance. I'm zooming in. Okay, let's type clear to clear this screen. So clear command, clear the whole screen. So you have to type all this command here. There is no file explorer like Windows. We do everything just typing commands here in Linux. So clears any screen, anything that is already written in this screen cleared by clear command. Okay, the next command you can write who am I to see who logged in, who is the current user. You can see the result is Ubuntu as we logged in as Ubuntu user. So current user is Ubuntu. There is other user. You can type sudo su then hyphen to log in as root user. You can see the change here root and here is the hash sign. So root user is the powerful user, super user of any Linux system. In every system there is a root user. So now we are logged in as root user. Root user can create group, or delete user or groups. If I type the users command, you can see the currently logged in user. So Ubuntu is the user that is logged in. So we can use root or any other user. Here if we type exit, we are now logged in as a Ubuntu user again. Okay, in next video we will use the Windows command line to log in the system again. So see you in next video. Hello everyone, let's log in with Windows command line. You have to type like this: SSH, then -I, then give the key file name, testkey.pm, then Ubuntu user at, let's get the IP address. I'm copying the IP address and pasting. So you have to keep the key file in this directory. For me it's user. Okay, we logged in. Let's clear it with clear command. So we logged in as Ubuntu user right now. If we type now who am I to see the current user, you can sudo su to change to the root user. If we type who am I, you can see this is root user. Now you can see some other basic commands like date to see the current date. Also another command we can use uptime to see how long we logged in. Also exit to log out. Okay, now we can type sudo apt update to update the current system. So sudo apt update. We're typing sudo to use the power of root user. So this user in sudo group, we'll talk about this thing later. Another command you can write sudo apt upgrade to upgrade the current system. Okay, now to see the files of this directory, we can type ll, and here is all the file of the Ubuntu user. We'll also see some other commands to see the files of a directory. So see you in next video. Thank you. Hi everyone. In this video, we'll upload a file to this instance from our Windows machine. Also, you'll see few commands to read that file. You'll see nano command, cat command, more and less command, and few other commands. So let's upload the file. Here is the file I want to upload. Just drag it in Workstorm Explorer. So the file is here. You can see the file is already here in the Ubuntu directory. So if I type ll, you can see the file is already here, cat.blade.php. Okay, now I will delete the file and we will upload the file using Windows command prompt using a command. so that you can upload without Movax term. You have to keep the file in the user directory. I kept a copy of the file here. For you, it could be different directory. So you just type scp, then the key name test key.pm, then cat.blade.php, the file I want to upload. Okay, next you have to give the username at the IP address. So let's get the IP. Then you have to give the directory. So I'm copying in home directory. Okay, the file copied. Let's go back to the Movax term. Okay, let's type ll. Yes, the file card.blade.php is already here. Okay, now we will use few commands to read this file. So first command I want to use is sudo nano, or you could use just nano card.blade.php, and here we can see the content of the file. To get out of this screen, you can use Ctrl X. You'll see other nano command in another video. Also, you can use cat command. So cat.blade.php to read the file. Now you can use another command, head command. Head cat.blade.php, the file name, and it will show the top part of the file, and tail will show the bottom part of the file. So tail and the file name. Okay, this command will show you the bottom part of the file. Another command is more command and less command. So they are almost similar command. So less cat.blade.php is showing this content. Press Q to get out of this screen. So more command is almost similar to the less command. You can use either. So these are the few commands to read a file. We'll see how to write files in another video. So thank you so much. Hi everyone, I'm logged in as root user. To see the files of this directory, I can type ls then slash. So here are all the files of root user. We can also change directory with cd command. So cd. So now changed my directory. So here are all the files of root directory, and there is also a file home. So here are all the files of our users. So I typed ll. So there is also a file folder named Ubuntu, where all the files of our Ubuntu user. So cd, if I cd into Ubuntu, so I'm in Ubuntu folder right now. So currently I am Ubuntu directory. If we type pwd present working directory, it shows the current directory. So ll to show all the files in directory. So you can type the ls you can type and see the differences. So I'm into home directory again, and you can see the present working directory is root. Okay, I'm exited at root. Now I'm logged in as Ubuntu user again. So here are all the files of Ubuntu user. Okay, in our next videos we'll see how to create a new file, copy file and move files to different directories. Also I will give you a PDF file with all these commands. So see you in next video. Thank you. Hi everyone, in this video we'll see how to create new files and how we can delete files. So to create a new file you can type touch, then the file name. I'm giving new file 1. You can see the file is created, new file 1. You can also create a file using nano command, sudo nano the file name, but you have to save it. With touch you just create an empty file, you don't have to save anything, but with nano you open a file, empty file, then if you don't save it, it won't be saved. So let's create a file with nano and type something. So new file 2, let's type hello. Okay, now you have to press Ctrl O to save the file and Ctrl X to get out of it. Now to view again, sudo nano new file 2, you can see the text is saved. Now I will use rm command to delete a file, sudo rm new file 1. So you can see new file 1 file is deleted. Now use the touch command to create the file again. Let's delete new file 1 and new file 2 together like this with rm command. So you can write the file names like this and both files are deleted. You can also create a new file with cat command, cat greater than and file name like this, and you have the option to type in here. So I typed 2 sentences here and Ctrl C to get out of it. Okay, new file 1 is created. Let's see the content of the file, sudo nano new file 1. You can see the contents are here. Okay, I removed using rm command. Now the file is deleted. Let's create some files with touch command, file 1, file 2, file 3. So this is how you can create several files. With rm command I am removing 3 of them. file 1, file 2, file 3. You can see all files are deleted. So this is how you can create new files and you can delete files with rm command. Okay, that's it. See you in next video. Hi everyone, in this video we will see some other file commands. First I am using mkdir, then the file name, folder name to make a directory. You can see a folder, new folder is created. Let's cd into the new folder. So this folder is empty. Let's cd into home again. We want to copy a file to this folder. So I'm using cp command, file name, then the folder name. Now cd into new folder. You can see cat.blade.php is here. So the file is copied from home directory. Okay, now I'm using rm command to delete this file. Let's cd into the home directory. Now I want to move this file to the new directory. First we copied the file, but now we want to move it. So we will use mv command. Also with mv command we can rename a file or folder. So I'm moving it now. The file name, then the folder we want to move. Okay, the file is gone from home directory. Let's cd into new folder. So cd new folder. You can see the file is here. Okay, let's copy it to the home directory again. So I gave the directory address at last. You can see the file is copied here. Okay, now I want to rename a folder using the mv command. So mv, I want to rename new folder to new folder 1. You can see the new folder 1 folder is removed, renamed to new folder 1. Okay, now let's rename the cat.blade.php file to cat1.blade.php. You can see the file is also renamed. So this is how with mv command we can rename the file. Also we can move file from one direction to another direction. Okay, let's remove the folder with rm command. So you use this command to practice moving, renaming and copying. So hopefully you understood these commands. So see you in another video. Thank you so much. Hi everyone, in this video you'll see how to create new folder or directory and delete folders. So with touch command we can create new files, and to create a new directory we will use the mkdir command. So mkdir new folder will create a folder named new folder. So an empty folder is created. So with cd hyphen we just go back to previous working directory. Now to remove a directory, we can write rmdir and the directory or folder name. You can see the new folder is deleted now. So let's make the directory again. I made the new folder directory again. You can see. Now I'm cd into new folder. So nothing is here. I'm creating a new file with touch command. So you can see a file is created, file 1. Now pw command is giving the present working directory. Now I move to the home with cd command. Now I want to delete this file, this folder, but this folder also contains another file. So if we use the previous command rmdir, you can see it's actually showing a error. So we will use rm then -r to remove non-empty directories. Hi everyone, in this video you will see how to create a new user. We just have to type a simple command add user, then the user name I gave John. You can see message only root user can add a new user. So we have to add our sudo. So I typed sudo add user John. Because Ubuntu has sudo power, Ubuntu can use sudos. Now I'm giving the passwords. Okay, full name blank. You can keep this information blank. Okay, new user John is created. You can see here John is added to the users group. Okay, next we will log in as John. I type su then a hyphen n John. I give the password. Okay, you can say you have logged in as John. Now John is not in sudo group yet. If we type sudo apt update, so you can see the message John is not in the sudoers file. So John cannot use sudo commands. Okay, next let's add John to the sudo group. We log out and we are now Ubuntu user. So to add John as a sudo group, we will use these commands user mode, then ag, sorry, I made a mistake here. So ag sudo then John. Okay, you can see the permission is denied because we didn't use sudo. Okay, now John is in sudo group. Let's log in as John again. So let's see if John can use sudo commands. Sudo apt update. So yes, now John can use sudo. So to create a user and adding user to a group is really simple. Now to delete a user, you can type sudo then user deal, then the username. So the John user is now deleted. If you try to log in as John, you can see user John does not exist. Okay, now we'll see how to create a new group later in another video. So see you. Hi everyone. In this video, we'll see how to create a new group. So you can use group add command to create a new group. So I'm giving the name new group. So permission is denied. So only sudo can create a new group, or root user can create a new group. So sudo group add new group. So the group is created. Okay, now let's create a new user. Add user. So with add user command, I'm creating a new user John. Now you have to use sudo here also. So I gave a new password. So John user is created. Now I want to use John in the created group, the group we created. So use sudo usermod. Now AG, then the group name, new group, then the user John. So John is now added to the new group. Now if we want to see all the groups of user, you can write groups, then the username. You can see John is a member of users and new group. Now let's add John to sudo group also. Sudo usermod ag sudo John. So groups of John. You can see John is now a member of sudo users and new group. So this is how create group and add users to a group. Okay, see you. Hi everyone. In this video, we'll see another command grep. We'll use the grep command to search text in a file or file in directories. So I'm creating a new file, touch new file. So you can use the ls command to see the files in a directory, or you can also use lsl to files and folders with some other informations. Like here, some file permissions or the owner of the file. We'll talk about this thing in another video. So I'm making a directory with mkdir command. I created a new folder. So for a directory or folder, you can see there is a D present here, but for files there is no D. So D means this is a folder or directory. Okay, now I'm opening the cardblade.php with Nano. So I want to find a text from this file, and I'm choosing container. So this way we will use the grep command here, grep container, and the file name card.blade.php. And you can see the result is shown here, the line with container. I want to also find the lines with section word. So I will write like this: grep section, then card.blade.php. So you can see all the lines that has section word. So using grep we can find text like this. Now if we change this S to capital S, then if we search, you see there is no result. So to make this command case insensitive, we can add I like this. So even if the word is now start with capital S, we'll find all the section word. Okay, now I'm creating a new file and sudo nano new file. So I'll write few line here. Okay, I have write a few line. Hello, how are you? And how are you with capital H? So we'll try to find the word how. Grep first, starting with a small h from the new file. So you can see it found the line, but not with the capital H. But if we add a I now, it will also find the line with capital H. Okay, now I want to find all the lines starting with H. I can write like this: caret H, then give the file name. So this way you can find all the lines starting with a letter. Well, you can also find files in a folder or a directory. So we can use grep command to find files also. You have to use the commands first, like ls, ll or lsl. You can use any command to show the file. Then we will use the pipe later. Here we'll use pipe, then we'll grep after it. So we'll write grep, then the file we want to show up here. So you can see we found the new file. So I use the ll command. Now I'm using lsl command. Then I'm grepping new folder. So new folder is found. So just used any command like lsl or only ls, and then grep for a folder, grep for a file from this directory. Okay, thank you so much. Hope you have understand this video. Hi everyone. In this video you'll see some other commands. First we will see the find command. to find a file in a directory or any other directory. So we will write like this: find. I want to find the card.blade.php. So you write like this: name hyphen name, and you can see the file is showing, and also the directory is showing. This is in current directory. So let's make a new folder here with mkdir. Now cd into new folder. Okay, now I will create a new file. Okay, now I cd into home directory again, and we'll try to find this new file. So find name and new file, and you can see the result is showing here. Also the directory, the file is new file is in new folder directory. Also you can write find like this with the directory you want to search. Then you can write the name. Then this way you can tell which directory you want to search. Okay, next see another command, file command. With file command you can see the file information like file.cache. You can see .cache is a directory, or file card.blade.php. So this is a HTML document. The result is showing. Also with file command, so file new folder. So new folder is a directory. So if I create a new file here and see the file information, so this is an empty file. But if you write something in it, so the file command now is showing that there is text in it. So this is a text file now. Okay, thank you so much. Hello everyone, in this video we'll see how to change the ownership of a file. So now I'm logged in as a root user. Okay, here I am Ubuntu users folder. You can see all files are owned by Ubuntu user. But now if I create a directory here as a root user, mkdir files, so you can see the files directory that I created is owned by the root user. And if I create any file, that will also owned by the root user. So attach a new file to create a new file, and here you can see the owner is root. So sometimes you have to change the ownership of a file. otherwise the user can't execute command in that file. So I am now logged in as Ubuntu. You can see the files is owned by root. So if I want to change the ownership, I have to use the ch command. You can see if I don't use sudo, I cannot execute or remove this file. So this user has sudo access, but other users might not have sudo group or sudo access. So if I want to give this user the ownership of this file, we will use sudo, then change ownership chown, then the owner name I want to give Ubuntu, then the file I want to change ownership. So files I want to change. So now you can see the ownership is changed. So this is how we change ownership with chown command. Hi everyone, in this video I'll talk about Linux file permission. So for any file you can see there are some letters here. So R means read, W means write, and for any files the first place, if the first place is blank or there is a hyphen, that means it's not a directory. And the next three places for user. So next three places for user, so this user can read and write. And next three places for group, so here the group can only read. And last three places for others, so others can read, so because there is only R here. Also first place is blank, so this is file, not a directory. You can see this is a file. Okay, now let's create a file. So I created a new file. So new file, so this is a file, not a directory, that's why first place is blank. And the user can read and write, group can read and write, and others can only read. Now I want to give some permission to this file. So I will use chmod command. So I am giving users execution command. So I am adding users plus x and also adding x with the groups. Now others can only read, so I am adding O plus. So I am adding also write to the others. Okay, then I give the file name. Okay, now you can see X is added to the users. As I added X, I added X here with the users. So it wasn't there before. Next, for the group, I added X to the group. So before it was only RW, now also X is added. And also for others, I added W. Before it was only R, now also W is added here. Okay, now if you want to minus or change a command, now I am removing X from user and X from group, execution from group, and so X, I'm removing X from user and X from group, also removing write from others. So now this is like before as I remove these commands. Okay, now let's see another way to change command. You can write like this: chmod 755 new file. So we are writing the same thing but different way. So you can see the permission is changed now. Now we'll see how actually it works. Okay, so here for read is 4 point, for write 2 point, and for execution it's 1 point. So for the last command we wrote 755. So 7 is for user got 7 point, and then 5 is for group, so group got 5 point, and last 5 is for others got 5 point. So user got 7 point, mean user can read, write, and execute, because by adding those three you got 7, 4 plus 2 plus 1, so user can do everything. Then 5 point, group got 5 point, that means group can read and group can execute. So 4 plus 1 equal to 5, and others got 5 point, that means others can also read and others can execute. Okay, so if we write like this 777, that means user got 7 point, user can read, write, and execute, because 4 plus 2 plus 1 equals 7, and group can also read, write, and execute. And also others 7 point, so others can also read, write, and execute. And if it is 743, that means user can read, write, and execute 4 plus 2 plus 1. But next it is, you can see 4, that means group can only read, and last is 3, so others can only write and execute, because 2 plus 1 equal to 3. So hopefully you understand. Okay, the new file has now read, write, execute for user, and for group cannot write, group can only read and execute. No W is there, you can see, and also others there is no W, read and execute. Okay, so we want to change this with another command. So let's write sudo, then chmod, then let's change it to 777, so everyone can read, write, and execute. Okay, so user, group, and others, everyone got 7 point. Okay, now let's see what happened. Okay, you can see this is a file, that's why first is blank, so there is no D, but there after that user has rwx, group has rwx, and others has rwx, so everyone can read, write, and execute, and that's why it's 777. So fully understand. See you in next video. Thank you. Hi everyone, in this video you'll see some features of Nano. So I will open a file cat.blade.php with Nano editor. So with Nano you can save, find a line word, replace or see a location, go to a line or undo redo. So these are some basic commands or shortcuts. So to find a word row, I searched it with Control W. So here you can see Nano found it. To find the next word row, you can press Control Alt W. So it will find all the words one by one that you search for. And slash control slash 2, find a number in the document. So I'm searching for 65 number line. So now I am 65 number line. You can check it with Control C. That will give the location. So Control C giving me that I am 65 line arrow 2 to 4 and all the column informations. Also we can do undo redo with Alt U and Alt E. So here Alt U and Alt E, you can do undo and redo, and Control O to save a file. So enter, and Control X to get out of Nano screen. Okay, now I'm opening the file with V command, another editor. You can use V or Nano. I like to use Nano. So with V you can quit like semicolon Q, or write and quit with WQ, colon WQ. So Q just quit, and Q and not saving and exit, and use slash to find a word. So these are some basic V command. I'll also add a PDF file with few other commands, so you can use either V or Nano. Okay, see you in next video. Thank you. Hello everyone, in this video you will see how to configure Linux firewall with UFW command. You can see all the available option of firewall. You can enable, disable, then you can see the app list, reset, of the available list. So many options, we will see few commands. So first we type sudo UFW status. So it shows that firewall is currently inactive. So to enable it, we can write sudo UFW enable. So it will actually disrupt SSH connection. So you have to first allow SSH or you will be blocked. So write sudo UFW allow SSH. Now we allowed SSH, we can enable UFW. So I type sudo UFW enable. Yes. So firewall is active and enabled, and with the status command you can see TCP 22 port is allowed. Okay, with applist command you can see currently available apps. Now here is another command. We want to allow the outgoing connections. So we write like this: UFW default allow outgoing, and we can block all incoming connections like this: default deny incoming. So we are blocking all incoming connection, but you can allow a single IP like this. Sudo UFW allow from, then you can write the IP address. So we can write like this: we want to just allow this IP to any port 22 or any, or you can also add a subnet for a range of IP like this. Okay, next we have UFW command I want to show you is UFW deny HTTP, or let's first allow HTTP. You can write sudo UFW allow HTTP. Okay, now let's see the status. Sudo UFW status. You can see ATTCP is now added. Now we can also delete a rule. We have to write sudo UFW delete. We want to delete allow HTTP. So we allowed HTTP, now we are deleting it. So we will write like this. Let's see the status now. You can see the HTTP rule is now deleted. So here is another command: sudo UFW reset. We can reset the UFW configuration with this command. And the last command, if you want to disable UFW, sudo UFW disable. So these are a few simple Linux firewall commands. So see you in next video. Thank you. We will install Nginx, a web server, and Mysql server. So to install in Nginx, sudo apt install Nginx. Okay, Nginx is installed. Now to install Mysql, we will type sudo apt install Mysql server. Okay, just remove this hyphen. Yes. Okay, MySQL is now installed. Now we can use the systemctl command to start, restart or stop a service. We can write sudo systemctl. With this command we can restart Nginx. So we can write sudo systemctl then restart. So restart Nginx. So this will restart Nginx web server. Sometimes after editing a server file, we want to quickly restart the server. So in this case, we'll use the command. Now to start a service, we can write sudo systemctl start Nginx, or to start a service, stop a service, you can write systemctl stop Nginx. So you can do this command for any service to start and stop. For MySQL, you can write sudo systemctl. You can restart like this. Okay, only with MySQL. So this is really necessary command. We will use this command very often for different applications. Okay, see you in next video. Thank you. Hi everyone. In this video, we will see how to zip and unzip files. So we will use the zip command to zip file. So zip is not installed yet. We have to install it first. We want to zip this file, new file. Okay, let's install zip first. So sudo apt install zip. This command will install zip. Okay, now we can use the zip command to zip any file. So as we want to zip this new file, you write like this zip, then we will give a new zip file name, new.zip, and last we give the file we want to zip. So new file. Okay, zip already completed. This is the new file we gave, and this is the file we zipped. You can see the new.zip already generated. Let's remove the previous new file. Let's remove this file. Okay, now we will unzip new.zip file. For that we will use the unzip command. You can see all the available commands of unzip. Okay, to unzip we have to write unzip, then the zip folder we want to unzip, new.zip, then we will give the folder name, and if you give the folder name we will add a D, but we want to just unzip here. So you can see it's already unzipped. New file is here. So let's remove the file new zip. Now I want to upload a file from Windows and unzip it again. So just drag in move extern explorer. So here aa.zip. So let's ll. You can see the file here. So we'll write like this: unzip area.zip. Then we want to unzip it to a directory. So you don't actually have to create a new file or new folder. Just give a new folder name, and it will be created automatically. So this is completed. You can see my new files, new folder. It's created automatically. If I cd into it, you'll see the files already unzipped. So you can write a directory here if you want to unzip, maybe in the root directory or any other directory. Just after -d, give the directory name. Hi everyone. We will use the git command to copy a git repository. Just have to write git, then clone, then you have to give the URL of the git repository. So here is the website git repository. Just click on code and copy the URL. So I'm pasting it here. Okay, the website is now cloned into my home directory. You can see the website is copied in my website directory. So just simple git clone command will copy any git repository. If I cd into the folder, you can see the all website folders and files. Okay, another command I want to show you, rclone. Well, rclone is not installed, so we have to install it first. Sudo apt install rclone. So these are the available commands of rclone. Here is the option config. Using config, we will configure a rclone new rclone configuration file. So just type rclone config, and for new remote connection, we can type n. So we are creating a new remote connection. So using rclone, we will backup our files online. Okay, I am giving a name AWS. Here you can see all the storage system we can backup our files. So here AWS, Cloudflare, you can store in Box or Dropbox, Microsoft OneDrive, here Wasabi, Okay, so I want to back up my file in AWS. First I selected S3. Now I am selected a provider AWS. Then here I am selecting a default. Enter AWS credential in next step. So you have to give the AWS access key here. Next you have to select the endpoint and zones here. So just choose your AWS or S3 location here. So your default is owner gets full control. For default you can type 1. So for AWS or S3 there are a lot of configuration. Okay, now the configuration is done. So I just want to show you how to configure a new rclone connection or remote. Now after configuring, you're ready to upload using rclone. You can see the AWS configuration is here now. So now to upload a file or backup a file, you can write rclone copy, or you can also use sync. The sync will sync the file. If you delete from your folder or your server, it will also be deleted in your backup. So you have to give the folder first you want to copy, then you have to give the remote, and I gave the bucket name new bucket, or you'll give your remote storage folder name. So you just simple rclone copy, then just type your locations. So next I want to show you Crontab Linux command. Using Crontab we can set a time when we want to take the backup. So I type Crontab E. Now I'm here in Crontab editor. So we'll write a command like this 45.4. So 45.4 means at 45 minute and 4 hour, and star 1, that means every hour. So at this time I want to play this command rclone copy. So this command will run at the selected time. here this I type the dev null. This way you won't get any output on your terminal. So this is how to write if you don't want a output on your terminal. Okay, you can write other Crontab time like this. If you go to the website, I'll show you now. Crontab. Here is a Crontab website, Crontab Guru. You can type a time here. You can see minute, hour, then day. There are options. So just play with these different times and how this changes. You can see now it is showing. First one is for minute, and if you use the slash it will mean that for every minute. So star slash 5 or 15 means at every 15 minutes. And this is for day, so this will mean every day. So now I just have 45 minutes at 3. So at 3 o'clock at 45 minutes every day this command will run. So Crontab e command, if you want other Crontab code you can type it here. If you want another code to run, or then you can type it. Crontab will run one by one. Okay, hope you understand. See you in next video. Thank you so much. Hello everyone, in this video we will write a script to take a MySQL backup at certain time every day. So I am writing sudo MySQL. So I will create a database, create database, and the database name, new data. Okay, database created. I want to take a backup of this database. So for backupping, you can use MySQL dump, sudo MySQL dump, and the database name. Then I will write like this. I will zip the database and save it. So I am giving a name for new database here. So I am using a date format here. So this is the new file that will be created in Ubuntu directory, and there will be a date in the file name and the full this word at last. So you'll see when I take this backup. Okay, we ran the command and you can see 14, this is the date and the full. So this is how we wrote, and now database backup is here. So this way you can take a database backup. Now I want to take the backup at a certain time every day. So first we make a directory. Okay, I made a directory scripts. Now I want to write a new shell script here. So I am giving the file name newscript.sh. I am opening it with Nano. So you will see bit to how to create a shell script. So we are first copying the command and I am writing this command here, pasting it. So when the shell script run, this is run this command first. Then I want to write. So I want to write for every file. So this is how we write shell script for file in. I am giving my direction. So with the find, I am finding the file in direction home Ubuntu. Then we'll write like this, type if, then mtime plus 15 means if it is 15 days older, so we'll delete the database if it is 15 days older, or we'll take backup every day. So this is the script. So with the first command I am taking the backup, and the second command, if the database file is 15 days or more older, then it will be deleted. Okay, I'm saving in backup directory. So here I created a backup folder, and now we will edit the Crontab. So we will run the script using the Crontab now, and I want to run it for 30 every day. So every day 4:30 from the scripts folder. So we'll run the new script.sh. So every day there will be backup in our backup folder, but if the backup is 15 days older, the backup will be deleted. So with this simple script we can take backup every day. And if you want to say take backup to AWS, then we can also run the previous command to take a backup of that folder. So this is how we can take Mysql backup and also save the backup locally or remotely. Hi everyone, in this video you'll see another new command, ps command. With ps command you can see all the currently running process for this user, and if we add e with ps, then you can see all the processes from all users. Here PID is the process ID. So every process has different IDs. If you add an F with the E, you can see some other informations. So add F for more informations. Now we can kill a process with kill command and the process ID. So if we give the process ID, the process can be stopped. Also, I want to show you the top command. So with top command, here you can see the PID, process ID, then person CPUs, person memories for every processes, and it's real time, so it's changing depending on the processes. So top command is also a useful command. So okay, that's all from this video. Thank you so much.